Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the Barnabas Cyclone arcade game. In this video, we're going to start working with the motor. Here's your servo motor that's in your kit here. Here it is in the big camera view, okay? It's a blue colored. It's got 3 different colors on the wire here. So 3 signals. We have orange, red, and brown. And then you're going to need a servo horn. So it's going to be a little baggie of these servo horns. Go ahead and grab this one here. Okay, there's 3 different types. Let's grab this one and then stick it onto the shaft. The shaft is the part of the motor that moves. So we'll go like this and just stick it on. Okay. And it'll be able to turn a little bit, but I would say be careful because it can't turn all the way around. It can only turn half a circle, which is 180 degrees. I'll get a little bit more into that in a second. But here we go. We just put it like that. And let's go ahead and let's put it onto our arcade game. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it up here. Can you see? Yeah, like right here. Okay. See on that top of that light there. And so what we're going to do is going to get a sticky foam. Okay. One side down here. Like so. Sticky it up. And then just stick it up there, and maybe I want to put, yeah, I think that's fine. I might move it later. Sometimes I just change my mind, but you know, we'll do that for now. All right, and then let me move back a little bit so you can see more. All right, now this can be extended, the servo horn, with the popsicle stick. So your kit also came with a popsicle stick. Let's put a sticky foam on the popsicle stick like so, and stick this onto the horn so it exaggerates any movement. Like this. Okay, you see that? And here's the side view. Alright. Cool. That looks cool. If you have time, you can maybe decorate this, color this, make it red. So what we're gonna actually end up doing is I want it to wiggle whenever we win the game. Just to give it some more pizzazz, okay? Alright, so I have it set up there. Let's talk about how to wire this thing up. Okay, let's change views here. All right. Let's draw our servo motor. I'm going to draw it right here. Looks something like that. You got the servo horn up there. It's blue, right? Okay. Servo has 3 different colors. We have starting with orange, red, and brown, right? So here's orange. That's going to be connected somewhere. We also have red. Red is going to be connected somewhere. And we also have brown. Can we make a brown here really quick? That looks brownish. Brown needs to be connected somewhere as well. All right. So let's talk about where these connect. Well, the brown and red are the power and ground, or vice versa, ground and power. Okay, so the red is the power, or the plus, and the brown, which is kind of close to black color, right? Makes sense. The brown is going to be the minus, or the GND. Remember, any electrical part, it needs a positive and a negative, just like your batteries for your controller, remote control, and it always has a plus and minus. If you put it the wrong way, it's not going to work. Okay, so same thing with the servo motor, electrical part, it needs a plus and a minus. The brown is the minus. I'll just do a minus there. And the red is the plus. Now we always want power to it. So with the light, with all the lights, sometimes we don't want power. We want it to be off, right? And then sometimes we want to have it power. We want it to be on. The light just very simple, on or off. Now the servo motor, though, it's a little bit different. You always want power to it, but what you want to change is actually the position of the shaft. Okay, where we have the popsicle stick. So we always have power. no matter what. And so we don't want to connect the power to a nerve. So the LEDs, you see how we put the minus to GND always, but then the plus is connected to a nerve. So that means the nerve will control it off or on. In our situation, always going to have power, so no connection for plus or minus to a nerve. And the orange one is going to be connected to a nerve. That's going to control the position of the motor. So let's detail that out. So the minus is going to be connected to GND. The plus is actually going to be connected to 5V or 5 volts. Okay, so we need that power. It's going to be 5 volts connected to the servo motor at all times. Now the orange is going to be connected to 11. I planned it out so it just keeps up going up by 1. So if we start controlling the servo motor, it's we need to connect to program nerve number 11. Let's talk a little bit about servo motor movement. I'll draw here. Okay, a full circle will go from 0 degrees all the way, it feels to be a full circle, to, you might know it, 360 degrees. Okay, now the servo motors, though, it can only move 0 to 180 degrees, and it can go back and forth anywhere along that. Okay, so servo motor would not be good for like a car wheel, right? Because imagine a car wheel can only go half a circle. It's not going to be able to go anywhere. You need to keep not only one circle, but a lot of circles, right? You need to keep going, keep rolling. But a servo motor is good for something like if you want your game to wiggle something back and forth where it's not moving a lot, but it is going back and forth. Something like a windshield wiper goes back and forth. Something like a garage door or any other door goes back and forth. It doesn't need to keep making circle revolutions, okay? If you want to do circle revolutions, you need something called a DC motor, which is not in this project, but we have other projects using DC motors, but not here. We only want to go back and forth, small movements, so servo motor is perfect. So when we go look at pin 11, later in the code, we're going to have to tell it what degrees do you want to go to. So 180 is the maximum in one direction, 0 is all the way in the other direction. But you can program it to go to any degrees. So you can program it to go to 90 degrees, that would be the middle, 100 degrees, 101 degrees, and so anything in between 0 to 180, but it has to be in between there. Can't be less than 0, can't be greater than 180. All right, so now that we know that, let's go ahead and wire up our system here, okay? Okay, so we have this, and we have our, this is my servo motor cable. Go ahead from that rainbow cable, go ahead and peel out the brown, red, and orange. They're actually going to be next to each other, which is nice. If for some reason yours are not next to each other, it's okay, but go ahead and grab an orange, red, and brown wire from your set of cables. And then again, you can peel it off, and let's just match it up. Brown to brown. Red to red. And orange to orange. Okay, just like that. And then let's make the connections, okay? So orange is going to go to 11, right? Yeah, 11 on the Uno. Good. Red is going to go to 5V. So 5V is going to be, where is 5V? I think it's over here. I think right. Is that right? Yeah, looks like I got it right. I was just making sure. That's 5V. Let me hold it up for you. You see that? The red is into 5V, so it's going to get that 5 volts all the time. And then G and D, this brown one, needs to go to G and D. And where's G and D? We've done this a million times now. This entire blue column here. Let me turn it this way so it's less confusing. This entire blue column is G and D. So I'm going to take the brown, put it into my G and D column, And now you can see why breadboard was necessary for this project, right? Because we've got a lot of GNDs. Everything wants to flow to GND. Every connection, every component needs GND. Good thing we have the breadboard. And we are wired up. And we are ready to do coding, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then next video, we're going to code the servo motor.